So our first speaker is Yumiko, and she's a gifted healer, shaman, alchemist, philosopher. So lots of interesting things there, and she comes with obviously the eastern side of dragons, which is beautiful to see because it varies a lot with the west. So I love when she shares about how she sees dragons and how she works with them. And she's founded the Leaves Wisdom, which is now called the Leaves Institute, and that's been going for what, nearly 24 years now. And she's big in Japan, teaches a lot in Japan, and this is her second talk, so I'm very excited to listen to what she has to share. And she's been working with dragons a lot, and she talks about playing with them since she was born. So she's been working with them for a while, which is gorgeous. And she's got a lot of different programs, and if you go to the Dragon Talks page, you'll see all of her links there on the website, and I'll be sharing those as well. So Mika, it's beautiful to see you again, and please, today you're going to talk about light work and dragons, so welcome.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Somehow my name here is saying Shiori Kato. That's my friend. And my name is Yumiko Asakura. I am from a Japanese samurai family called Asakura clan. And I'm from the area which is called Fukui, which is probably known for the world first and biggest Zen temple. So I spent my first 3 years in the mountain. My house in the middle of the mountain where nobody believes there is a house. So living in the mountain, it was a really perfect environment for me to just experiment with spirits and dragons. So I was born with a memory of previous lives and some gifts that I have had in the previous life. So I never had teachers, but I started with teaching, which is confusing, as you can imagine. Like you are teaching something you didn't know you know. So it's been really complicated life in the beginning. And as Kevin introduced me, I started this Leaves of Wisdom, the healing clinic as well as training center for healers. And I started with working with hospitals in Japan, like university hospitals, and started teaching doctors and monks healing and shamanism, which is 24 years now, 24 years. But I've been teaching since 1995, so it's been quite a long time already. So I never thought of talking about dragons because it's been so natural for me. Like it's like normal to have dragons, and I didn't really think it was special until 2007. The dragons came with Kuan Yin. You know Kuan Yin, the goddess, sort of goddess, and they asked me to just uh, talk about dragons and teach people to connect with dragons. So something similar to Kevin's story, that Kevin was approached by dragon and he started to talk about it. So I am something like that. I didn't really fancy talking or teaching about dragons. Then I was asked with this Kuan Yin, so I was convinced by them. So I started to teach, and as soon as I started to teach, my program became really popular, and I got really scared as well because I have attracted so many people all of a sudden, like thousands of people. So I somehow moved to UK because I was slightly scared, but many things happened, and I am also trained as a psychotherapist. And I also taught in two universities in UK psychotherapy. So, so I have a lot of different background. I've been alchemist. I've been. It's very strange that I have so many aspects in my work, but I used to work with scientists, mathematicians, and other alchemists in Japan, mainly teaching them how to use alchemy to develop new theories, to have new discoveries, and so and to invent something else, to create something. So that's another part of me, which I didn't have any training, so I didn't know I was doing alchemy until suddenly I realized people really want that part of me as well. So I started to teach that a bit later. So, and I'm born as shaman, and I've been working with spirit even from my mother's womb. So that was quite overwhelming, busy work for a baby. So because of that, I really appreciated the work with dragon because living a shaman's life is quite hard work most of the time when you are surrounded by spirits or when you have so many callings. And working with dragon really helped me to follow my passion, follow my path, because I wanted to do everything that I was asked as much as possible, which was really hard work. But with dragon's help, it became quite possible. So in today's work, I want to talk about Lightwork and Dragon, how you can, work with Dragon to do your mission. And just before the talk, I was chatting with Kevin about what people would think about Lightwork. And I will briefly talk about what I think Lightwork is because I've been teaching light workers as a shaman. I teach shaman as well, but there are light workers who are not just shamans, but who work with in all aspects of this world and the universe, in the environment and community as well. So there are many, many kind of light workers, I think. And many people aren't even appreciating what they're doing as light work. They're just doing it because it's natural for them. So for me, light work is something to contribute to the society, to the world, to the universe, to help the evolution or help people or help the environment to be happier and better or in harmony. So harmony is something really important for light workers, as well as you have to be following your passion to do the right work because everybody except without any exception gifted with some really unique gift which enable you to do very special thing in this world, in this universe. So there are light workers who are kind of cleansing some vibrational field or doing shamanic work in their country or all around the world. And I also work with the planetary grid system, which is shared with other shamans. So that sort of work, or you can work with as a star seed, or you can work with the other planets, other aliens or UFOs, and all sorts of beings from the universe. So there are so many different kind of light workers, and I believe any light workers, when you
Do you know
want to
anything
achieve,
about
hmm?
three negative? Do you know anything about three negative bromo negative dragonfly?
Say it again. Green emerald dragon. No, sorry. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I will ask. I will have time for questions. So uh, let me just continue to talk for now. So there are many people with gift, and because your gift is really unique, often it takes a lot of courage for you to accomplish something you want to accomplish in this lifetime. Sometimes you are doing something really unique that you don't know how to start, or you have to sometimes change the world. The purpose of the light work is sometimes to change the world, but sometimes you feel as if you have to change the world to be able to do your work. So dragons can help you to do all sort of work, because dragon can help us to transcend our limitations, and it gives us energies and gives us hopes or give us ideas, or sometimes, and actually very often with me, it helped me to really do a lot of things in this world. It can be something material sometimes, something social sometimes, or something personal. So there are many ways the dragon can help us to do our right work. So I know it depends on what light work is for some people, but I want to share my version of how the dragon has been helping me with my light work. So you might have ideas and you might start ask your dragons, maybe you can help me with this one, or you can open up yourself to receive help from dragon, because dragons are kind of waiting for us to open up for this help. They can help anytime, but we just don't think they can do that. So maybe sharing my story could help you to have ideas about how they can help, and maybe you can evolve your relationship with the dragon to something exciting. So my light work, because I'm a shaman, I tend to be called to certain area in the world, or sometimes to some places in Japan. I was often called to certain area to clear something spiritual or release some dragons, or for so many different reasons. And in 2017, 16, 18, these times I was opening up all sort of portals and gates all around the world, because some gates and portals were locked or blocked. So I had to go there physically. And when opening the gate, which is thousands of years old, which has a lot of karma and all sorts of problems as well as potential, you sometimes have to do a lot of work. Sometimes you have to do the preparation, and sometimes you have to bring other shamans or alchemists to just help together to do the work. I think maybe some of you are working with ley lines or something energetic in this planet. So it's something similar. So I traveled to Machu Picchu as well. So all different places, Egypt, India, all sorts of places where there are gates and portals. And I was also teaching those people who do the same, to share my knowledge and some sort of gifts. I can share my gift. So I've been working with them. And when we are doing all these work, what dragon can do is they can, with a very mighty power, they can cleanse the area vibrationally really fast and really in details. For example, I might have to send some dragon distantly to stop some earthquakes. Some earthquakes are not evitable, like some earthquakes needs to happen, but there are some earthquakes that we can stop for some reason. So if we, not only me, but if we send some dragons to that area, it can, for like black dragons, red dragons, that sort of dragons. I mean, all the dragons has different capacity, so they work together harmoniously without communicating themselves. So the dragon can be sent to this area, and black dragon, red dragon can destroy the old energetic system, vibrational system, to let us create a new one. Or some dragons, like white dragons, green dragons, can clean the area energetically and vibrationally. Like they can clean the magnetic field sometimes. What they do is they can kind of guide the spirit. So they can guide the energetic field to make the transformation happen. So even though they are not physical beings, they can influence all sort of beings around that area to make the change happen very quickly. So by the time we go there, it's all well prepared, and what we need, what we want to do, Like we are all limited in some way. So my mission is this, her mission is this. So we can do our mission with the help with the dragons. So it was actually really essential to have dragons to do these works, because we knew before we go there, we knew what to do, we know what to achieve, and sometimes it looks impossible. It's too much work, such a big work for human beings to just do it in a few days' time, because many light workers have other job and they can only take some days off. So when we do the light work, we can't go for 2 weeks or something, but we have to go there to just do the work and come back. So because our time is really limited, and as a human, we also get tired and we are limited to some extent. So to go beyond this limitation and make what we really want to happen, Dragon was really helpful. And I can't imagine doing what I have done with my light work to do it without dragons, because they were also really good at, like silver dragons and blue dragons, they're really good at gathering information. I also work as alchemist, and for alchemist, it's essential to gather information from all over the universe and study about the essence. And so it takes time for me to, for example, channel all these information to do certain work. But with dragon, they can just gather all these information by themselves. I can just ask them, and when I ask, it's very easy because I don't have to talk to them. I can just share what I want energetically, and they understand completely, and they come back what I need in like 2 seconds. If I'm doing it on my own, probably it takes 1 month, 2 months to gather all these information, because I have to channel one by one. I get this information. Now I know this information is necessary. So to gather all these crowd of information takes time. But when I ask dragons, I will just uh, ask them with my energy of what I need to do in this right work, and they will get it. They will get all the information I need in 2 seconds. So I just need to receive all these information and absorb in one way to just create something that I need for that particular light work. And as a teacher, I tend to do that for my students sometimes, because they are preparing themselves to go there, and I will help them to prepare their light work. So they have been helpful, really helpful doing this way. And as an alchemist, I can't even really think about doing what I have done with our dragons, because of gathering information as well as going beyond certain dimensions. The dragons are multidimensional creatures. I mean, they are not physical creatures, but they have these consciousness. They have intention and will. So they can, for example, take me to go through all different dimensions in one light. I know you have heard of dragon light, and they can do all sorts of things. Like you wouldn't imagine that it's possible, but they can. Like you can get on the light with one dragon, and with that dragon, you can go through all the dimension you need to walk through in one light, which means I can integrate all my knowledge about all different dimensions in one light. So it really helped me to work with all dimensions at the same time, because if you have been to different dimensions, you know with all the levels of dimensions, you have different system of thinking, you have different system of energy and vibration. And in order to help starseeds, I'm talking about this light work in the universe, which is multi-dimensional work involving so many different starseeds. And I have to include all sorts of dimensions uh, to make it useful for any beings from multi-dimensional world. So the dragon can help me to do that. And I wouldn't have thought it would be possible, but because I share my view of what I need to achieve with this light work, Dragon can just give me some, not advice, but give me the vision that actually it's possible with them, and it's unbelievable what they can do. So it is not just this and this and this they can do. It's sort of limitless. Whatever you can fancy, they can sometimes achieve in a really creative way. And they have no effort. They don't need any effort doing that. It's so instant for them. So that's how I use them as a light worker. And another basic I mean, it's not raw, but for example, I sometimes cleanse the physical area like river or village or mountains or the area where there were lot of deaths. And as a shaman, I will talk to all the spirits and just try to heal the land and all that. But with the help of dragons, they can, I mean, this is a dragon with some sort of crystal ball. I think you have seen those dragon with a ball. They can gather everything in this crystal ball. Information they have gathered can be also in this crystal ball, but they can also gather all the spirits, lost spirits in the area, and they can take them all into this light ball. Not all these spirit in the ball, but the connection to this lost spirit in their ball, and show it to me. So I don't have to look around and gather them, but they can gather all these lost spirit by themselves. So I can work with what they have collected, what they have gathered. So the work can be done in a short time. Like instead of spending there for a month to just wait for all these spirits to come to me to be healed, I can gather even in the underground, even over hundreds of years of history of that area. The dragon can gather all these spirit and connection and take it in front of me so I can do what I can do. I'm not saying I can heal every spirit, but I can do whatever I can offer to all these spirits. So my mission in the area is complete. So that is really convenient indeed, and that allow me to do more work. So if I go to, for example, Scotland, which I've only been there twice, and it's a bit, even though I'm in UK, you have to travel for some hours, and Scotland is such a big country, and you have to drive around to get to a certain place where you're called. And I can't go there very often. So when I can go, I want to do as much as work as possible. So in such time, the dragon can really help me. They can even take me to certain places. I can have some, I will have a calling, but they will also help me to just go to that place safely. Like they will guard my car, or they will guide my airplane to just take me to that place safely. Safely means I will have a lot of requests on the way to go to certain places when I'm going to Lightwork, because the spirits from that area which called me will talk to me as soon as I go into that area, and I get really busy talking to all these spirits. But the dragon can help me to do the communication really smooth using their skills. So I can concentrate in the communication to just communicate in one sort of light. And I am communicating with a lot of spirits in that area, or a lot of spirit means not a human, only human spirit, but natural spirit. So that's another way to work with them. And also, the dragon can read the area's vibration and just kind of show me some sort of harmony. What sort of harmony is possible? So they create some vision because they have those wisdom and knowledge about the area, which is really earthy knowledge, because some of the dragon has been on this earth for a long, long time, since this planet is born, many of them. So they can help me to understand some areas as well. So it's very convenient for light work. And that is kind of traveling light work I'm talking about. But there are so many other light work that they can help. And what I say light work, it doesn't have to be like energetic work. It can be something you feel really passionate to do it in this lifetime. And as you might know, when you self-realize, the next goal for you is to transcend yourself, to just be in the service of the world and the universe. And that's when light work becomes our main work. So it can be any work. It can be just gardening, or it can be just creating a beautiful picture, which can change the world as well. So whatever purpose we have, the dragon can help us to achieve something impossible, something we think impossible, or they can lift our limitation so we can achieve something nobody else has achieved before. So I think it is very, very useful for us to connect with the dragon so we can really become, we can, maybe we haven't been for this lifetime, we can be whatever we want to become if we have the passion. So the dragon is really, they really love these passions because they don't really have particular intention. They don't really have particular purpose. They are so capable, so they can achieve everything in a second. So it's very hard for them to have a goal or purpose, but they would love it when we have it. So they will, when they help us to achieve the goal, they are living our life with us. So the dragon is not a human, so they can't experience what we experience. But when they are helping human, they can experience the joy, they can experience the passion, and they get really excited about it. So like angels, they don't have to, they are not asking you for any return. They just want to help you, and they just want to see you joy, see your joy, and they just want to feel your passion. So you can just ask them anything, but it has to be from your passion, from your really heart. You can't ask something you don't want to do, but you're doing for some reason. They wouldn't respond to that request. They will only request when it really helps you. It can be very small thing, like I want to go there and I want this to happen, and that sort of little things. Or you can ask when you're connected with dragon, you can ask a dragon to go to save somebody or go to protect somebody. Like, would you go to this place to protect my child, and that sort of thing. They would, as long as it is right for the child or the person to be protected, because we all have choices about our life, but they will help so much. They will also hear us, like when I'm really confused. Sometimes I get really confused, and I wonder if I really want to do this, or I don't know if I can do this, and that sort of doubt comes up. And the dragon will come back and reminds me of my passion, reminds me of my joy, reminds me of why I'm born onto this planet. So they do a lot of healing, especially golden dragon and white dragons are really healing. And green dragons also heals our soul. Our soul is something we get on this planet. When we are born, we have a new soul every time we are born with the memory of previous lives sometimes. And they will help us to remember, they will help us to receive healing if we become open to it. So I talk about different dragons. Different dragons means they are. I think I recognize them by color because the color symbolize what sort of energy they respond, what sort of energy they resonate. And the green dragon is mainly about nature in this planet, like greenery and the wind and past lives and trees. You know, trees, they have memory of history of that area. They are also keeping the memory of this history of the area. So if you touch the tree, you can see what happened in that area, and each tree remember different things. So they gather all these information. And the green dragon communicate with the nature, trees and plants, and he or she has all these information available for us. And with that information and their wisdom, they can help our soul to retrieve our initial purpose and what we really want. So it help our soul to heal. So the green dragon is really working with our soul and the nature. And white dragons work with this lifetime. It helps us emotionally. It guides us to make us into wisdom, wise way of life. And it also reminds us of the universal law, which is harmony. It helps us to be in harmony in our life. So white dragons, the first dragon who came to help me when I was born, because I was so stressed with my life as a baby. I can't move. I'm so limited. Even though I am capable, I can't even communicate with people. I can't make choices. I can make choices, of course. I'm making choices already, but limited in a physical body, it's very hard when you're born. So it helped me to understand what the life is, how I should be patient with, what will happen, that sort of wisdom it shares. So the white dragons and golden dragons are also really healing, because golden dragons are the protector of our spirit. So it helps us to remember our our joy, our love. So it really helps when I'm confused. Always a golden dragon comes to me and just come around and just reminds me that you are still with that love and the energy. You haven't lost anything, and you are still moving. You're progressing. You never go back. That sort of wisdom they share. So they are really healing. So you can, I think they are, maybe the color is what I'm talking about. My color is what I can see, but maybe they will show you the color which resonate with you. So maybe in different culture the color means something different. So it doesn't, you don't have to agree with me about the color, but I'm just saying different dragon has different characteristics and different strengths. So you might find more and more dragons comes to you, which means you need more help. And once you open, you can connect with more dragons. And you don't have to keep the dragon with you, because you will attract necessary wisdom, necessary power all the time. And it doesn't have to be the same one. But you might make friends with particular one, and they will side by side, they will live your life together maybe. So that's something really exciting to work with dragon. So I hope I kind of explained to some extent how I work with dragon in my light work. And I want to talk a little bit more about the recent light work I've done in India, because it is about training the dragon to work with people, because I've been working with dragon for many lives. So I have very deep connection with them. And I was born several times into or near the dragon tribes, which are on this planet. So I have those past wisdoms from these tribes as well. So with these knowledge and wisdom I have earned in my previous lives, I am working with dragons and I'm helping them to connect with people as well. So when I went to India, I went there last year for the first time in my life, in this life at least. And last October 2023, I went to Kerala, the area which has backwater. And when I train the dragon, it's easier to train them in water or in the cloud. So I trained the dragon in the water. And maybe you have heard about the planet Sirius. Sirius is the planet which trained a lot of dragons before they come to this planet. So many dragons came through the gateway, which is Sirius, Star Sirius. And many dragon masters on this planet knows about this connection with Sirius. So Sirius is known about its water, and the Sirius gave such an influence to this planet's water system and the water as a medium of the life. So to train the dragon, which doesn't go through Sirius because they're not doing the training anymore. So the recent dragon which comes to this planet will come directly to this planet, and I will train them in the water first. So backwater was a perfect place because it's very pure. The energy is really clean, and also it's very primitive, that area. So I gather all these dragons in the backwater area to do the first training of making them this planet ready, because they just came from the other space, other world, from different universe. So they don't know how to work with people, how to work in this planet. So I trained them first in water. Then I took them to the mountain of Muna, which is also in Kerala. And in the mountain, I work with thunder and rain and the mountain system. And I was hoping for the green dragons to come, but they didn't come. So I had to train them myself. But that was last year. That none of the dragon came to help me training. So I did the training all by myself. So to train 20,000. So this year, I was doing the additional training in Kerala and Muna. So I went there, and the training was much harder than I thought, because the dragon I trained last year also came back. And because they experienced this planet for a year, they have so many requirements. How I can help with this case, how I can help with this case. So I had to train much more than last year. So I had to call for support. So I did a lot of support, and I managed to train, like in my mind maybe, but 13,000 this year, no, 130,000 this year. So what I trained, the dragons I trained, I just released them to the earth with Lightworkers. So the reason why I trained is because they need training, because most dragons are just around there. Maybe you know them. Like they are really whimsical, they come and go. But the dragon I trained in India, they are trained to work with starseeds, work with people who has a unique passion, unique mission on this planet or in this universe, which can be really difficult just to do it, because most people are born with this unique mission onto this planet. And this is a time to just do the initial mission you came to this planet, which is quite difficult because you came from the other planet, which is higher dimensional often. And it's very hard to use a gift alone onto this planet. So you have to be really creative, and you have to remember just having so many previous lives, and finally in this lifetime with all this knowledge and experience, you are going to use your gift to make the ascension or the universal revolution happen in the most wonderful way. So it is a time you need the dragons the most, more than any previous lifetime. So I trained this dragon to work with people. So the dragon I trained this year and last year, they work with people and they work as if they are part of them. They don't leave you, but they will support you to just complete your mission. So that's why I train them. And I use a grid system in the water to do the training because I'm very good with those grid systems or geometry. So I use that and I trained all these dragons. And with some people, I help them to connect with these dragons I trained. And I help them to connect to just communicate with them so they can ask better. So that's something I have done in India. And last year, the dragons were really clean and they're like babies. Like baby dragons tend to be pink or purple or other different color. But this year's dragons are quite wild because they had the influence of all different area of this planet. So, but it was good because they can share their knowledge and experience with the other dragons. It was just a hard work for me. So this year, I also asked my team, which is from the galaxy which no longer exists, but they came over from the other dimension to help me to train the dragons. So I think that this year's training with the dragon is more about you connecting to this group of people on the other planet to complete your mission on this planet as well. So I believe those dragons who are trained, which are trained this year, also know how to connect you to the other beings, which are from your original planet, or from the other galaxy, or from the other universe. So I hope it can also help, but that's something I have done. It's a really weird story, but I've been working with those kind of dragon training for a long time. And the main dragon training only started last year, and I hope this is it. So this year I went to India and I trained a lot enough, and now they can help themselves to help each other to work with people. But that's something I have done, and I'm hoping these dragons can connect to the right person. And I am hoping in this talk today is just to call them to just help themselves to connect with one of you. I can't do the direct work with you, but I can call the dragon and invite them to just make a connection to whom, whoever heard this talk or whoever uh, managed to know about this talk. So, or maybe not only this talk, but once they connect with you, maybe you have this connection to encourage others to connect with them. I don't know if you want to. So that's something I am hoping to do today as well. So towards the end, I think it's almost the end of the talk. So that's something. And そうだね. I think I mentioned some work with dragons and what I have done in India and what it can help, but maybe you haven't really clarified how they can help you particularly. But maybe if you allow me, I can do a brief guided visualization of you connecting with dragons and think about how you want them to help you. And it is very interesting because the connection with dragon help you to remember what you really wanted to do in this planet. Because we can't remember when we don't know the power, when we don't know the energy or the potential, that we can actually achieve it. But with the existence and support with the dragon, you might remember better. So that's something I want to do now. I want to create some vibrational support, so you can go into this guided visualization I'm going to do. And at the same time, I will call the dragons to come to you or to this talk to connect with people who are open to connect with them. So I kept talking myself, but I will go into this guided visualization now. So if you want, you can relax your shoulder. You know, I don't know how you normally meditate, but I want you to just relax and allow you to have some vision. Allow you to imagine the dragon is coming from the source of light, like a bright light. Far distant, you can see this light. And you look into this light, you can see the light bigger and bigger, becoming bigger and bigger. Imagine the light in the universe, or somewhere you want to see the light. And focus on the light, even how small it is. Focus on the light, and the light will grow bigger and bigger. And from the center of the light, you can feel the dragons are coming in. They are not like wild dragons, but they are like strings of energy. And it runs through your body, those dragons. It comes from the light and runs through you. And as they go through, they allow you to remember your purpose. As they go through your body, through your energetic auric system, it gives you stimulation to remember who you really are and what you want to achieve in this lifetime. Or they will give you some little stimulation that can spread in your energetic field and your body, so you can remember later. You can receive slowly, or you can receive a lot in this moment. It may be lots of light coming from this center of light and go through you, or you might feel several really strong light coming from this light source, going through your body. And whichever managed to connect with you, whichever managed to resonate with you, will come back. And the light comes through your crown chakra now to go through your body to the planet. Whatever light, whichever light resonates with you will come through your crown chakra now and go through your body, throughout your body, and it goes to the center and the core of this planet. And as it reaches the core of the planet, it will again come back with the energy of the core, which is a fire, to awaken yourself to your spiritual purpose. And it will come up through the path which it went to the core. And it comes to your heart and warm your heart with the fire. And from there, they slowly go up through your throat, through your third eye, through your crown. And it comes back as a shower of light onto you. which is a blessing from the universe about who you really are. Now you are feeling in the light, and this light grows bigger and bigger, including your environment, including your community, including the world you're about to express yourself. Initiating the world with your light, preparing your environment and the world for you. And this light which passed through you, connecting you to the planet and the universe, it's the energy of dragon. This energy will help you connect with the dragon you can connect with and live your life together maybe. Or the dragon who can help you. Now I am hoping to help to send some healing to your previous lives and to your ancestors to help you to achieve this mission in this lifetime. Now you can come back to your body and your consciousness and slowly open your eyes. And I hope you remember this experience to connect with the dragons. Hopefully you are already initiated by this light of dragons, the light of dragon connection. I hope this light and this work help you to connect with dragons, which could help you to achieve your purpose and live a happy life. Okay, that's what I wanted to share today. So I should be really talking about what I'm doing, which needs to be always needed to reminded me. I am preparing the advanced Dragon Master program, which I haven't done. I haven't managed to do it in English. It involves a higher dimensional consciousness development, which I have trademarked in Japan and practicing over 20 years. And it helps you to develop your higher consciousness, higher dimensional consciousness, to connect and communicate with dragons more, and other things which I shared, which is shared in the chat. And I'm also creating the shaman training course, one shaman course, shamanic life course for people who want to live a shamanic life, or another professional training course for shamans who work with, who guide and heal spirits, or who help with all sorts of spiritual disturbances. So that I'm creating, that has been asked to create for many years, but I'm only managing to make it happen soon. So, and I also have Japanese shamanic healing meditation, which is free. and happening monthly. It happened already the first one already happened, and if it is I think it's provided by YouTube now. But I'm going to provide 3 more, one in November, another one January, and finally February. So that's something to happen. And I also have Mamoru short course available, which is a fee-based course, but it's self-taught healing course. It is a very strong psychic protection and spiritual protection, and it help you to create a sanctuary as well, and it help you to cleanse the area very strongly, and it help you to learn to do the auric cleansing as well, which is also really strong. So this course really help you to develop your ability and your psychic power as well as channeling. This has been most popular in Japan for many years, which I thought it's a normal thing, but it was not normal. And the Japanese gods asked me to teach in Japan, which is the starting point of me teaching this. So that's something I'm sharing. So yeah, I hope I have another opportunity to talk to you, and I think maybe we have some question to answer if we have more time, but I think it's almost time. I will ask Kevin to just handle the ending if he needs to talk about something before we finish.
Beautiful, thank you. That was gorgeous meeting the dragons like that. I do have a quick question for you. You were talking about I wrote it down, gateways and portals, and when I was in Peru, they were talking about that in the past the king used to go into this chamber, and in theory there was a portal there, and he would disappear off all over the planet. And I asked if how that was looked after, and I asked them if there was dragons involved, and they looked a bit blank at me. Is it something that you've heard of these portals that in the past
those
people used to
portals
use?
which is used by the kings, kind of portal especially for the kings.
Yeah.
Kings had special relationship with the aliens and other planet, and the portal connect to the other dimensions as well. And they are gathering some meetings through this portal time to time. Like they have a shrine in the universe that they meet time to time. So they use such portal, but I haven't seen one recently. And there are portals for king. I mean, in many places like Egypt, there is one, and India, there is one, in Africa, there is one. There's so many places which has like something like that portal. But the portal I've been working with is more for aliens because they need to come down to this planet more. And also the portals are for some underground people, like not underground, how do you call these people? I don't know if there should be a particular term for these people, but they are like Shambaras and that sort of world. There are some portals and gate for these areas. And I differentiate port and gate. Portal has portal is more about moving. I can't remember which one, but one of them has a function to prepare for whoever goes through this gate or portal to equip them so they can function in the world they are going in. Like they will be equipped with communicational skills, they're equipped with educational package, not educational, energetic package, so they can exist meaningfully to the world they are going in. So, and some gates are really old. Some gates are really old, and some gates are new. Even the old gate needs refurbishment, so that sometimes takes days to just create with the other aliens and other spirits and other people who are light workers as well. So there are many, many gates and portals, and it's very hard to create them. And not because of our ability, it just take a lot of agreement from the local spirits, or it has to be really harmonized with the grid system which already exists. Otherwise, it wouldn't work as a communicational gates. So yeah, that has been all over the world, and yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for answering that. It makes it a bit clearer. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, the one in Peru, you're not allowed to actually go in. It's not a thing that tourists are allowed into. So,
There is one in the mountain near the Machu Picchu,
mhm.
in the border between Argentina and Peru. There is a mountain, and in the valley there is a portal, one portal, I think, which I only distantly walked, but I haven't been there. So I was doing it distantly from Machu Picchu, so I didn't manage to go down the mountain to just explore. But it may be fun to explore one day.
Yeah, something for the future on that amazing list of things to do.
Mm.
But Yumiko, it's always amazing to listen to you. So thank you for your energy. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for that beautiful journey. Let's all send lots of reactions. Let's send lots of love now. I'm sending you lots of love. There you go. So, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy the replay. It'll be out in a few days, and all those people that are on the list that haven't seen it live, I'm sure will catch the replay. And we've got all the links, so you can contact Yumiko and her amazing institute. And yeah, thank you very much.
I'm sorry I didn't have time for question and answer, even though I get really excited about questions. Maybe, maybe you can send me email so I can personally respond to you if you like, because I love questions. So thank you
Beautiful.
very much, everyone, for coming to today's talk and send me some energy to continue to talk about something.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see you again here, and hopefully we'll be able to see you for the Dragon Thunder 2025 as well. So
Yes,
thank
really
you.
exciting.
Thank you for your time. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, everyone.